Hello and welcome everyone. Today I'm going to be sharing with you and talking to you about some ways, some tips on how to find your own personal style. I feel like within the past year I really dove into what makes me happy fashion-wise and what I like specifically, and it's been a fun journey, so I want to talk to you all about it. But before we jump into that, we do have a sponsor today, so I would like to give a huge thank you and shout out to Ana Luisa. You all know that I love working with Ana Luisa. I've worked with them for a long time now. I wear their jewelry every single day. It's extremely durable. It's great if you want just something simple on, or if you want to like layer it up and create more of a statement look. I have on one of my favorite rings from them. It's black onyx. I recently just got this beautiful little bracelet. I've been wanting more bracelets, so I'm really excited about this, and it's got little malachite stones in it. And then I'm also wearing these tiny little dangle earrings that I just got, and I'm so excited about these because I used to have something similar, but it was so heavy I could not wear them without them eventually falling out over the night, and also just like my ears being in pain. These are so perfect and they're so lightweight. I also love that they're gold because before the ones that I had were silver, so I'm very happy about these, and I can see myself wearing these a lot when I'm dressing up. Actually, I'm going to a wedding this weekend. I will definitely bring these along to wear. I also think these would look cute with like an updo or short hair. I'm thinking about chopping off my hair. That's a conversation for a different time, but I'm thinking about it. I also love Ana Luisa because they do small batches to eliminate excess waste, as well as offsetting all of their carbon emissions. Ana Luisa is also great because they have a huge price range of products on their site, so whatever your budget is, you can find something on Ana Luisa. And Ana Luisa's jewelry makes great gifts. I've given some Ana Luisa jewelry pieces as a gift multiple times. Since Valentine's Day is coming up, this is the perfect time to check out their site and look for getting a gift for a loved one, or even just for yourself this year. They are doing up to 40% off, so make sure to check out the link down in the description. Browse the site, see what they got in store, pick something up for your mom, your friend, your sister, yourself. Speaking of Valentine's Day gifts, I did get these and I'm going to give them as a gift. They're so cute. They're just these little hoops with tiny little hearts that have rhinestones in them. But I seriously love Ana Luisa. Like I said before, I do wear their jewelry every single day, this ring being one of them. These two earrings are my daily wearers, and then I have some ear cuffs, some necklaces as well. Truly a great brand. Whether you like more simple pieces or more of a statement stacked up look, they've got you covered. So be sure to check out the link down in the description and see what they got on the site for you. Now up to 40% off as well, so you can't really lose there. So thank you to Ana Luisa so much for sponsoring this video. I absolutely love working with them. Thank you all so much for supporting the sponsors. It helps me and helps the channel so much as well. Let's just dive into some of these tips. I have them written down in my phone notes because I was thinking of things. I don't want to forget them. I feel like a lot of times when I'm making videos like this where I have to talk a lot, I will think of things and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say that, and then I just totally forget. Then I'll be editing and I want to like type it in or do a little blurb to say it in, and it's just a mess. So this time I actually wrote some stuff down. So, hey everyone, this is future Devyn popping in because I just filmed the end of this video and I realized I forgot to make this announcement, and it's important that it goes at the beginning because the Knee High's debut album is coming out next Wednesday, February 22nd, 2022, this year, at 2:22 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're all really excited. We worked super hard. It's our debut album. It's called Charmed. We had the release party like last weekend. It was a fucking blast. If you were there, thank you so much. It will be streaming on all platforms. We hope you guys like it. I just wanted to pop in and say that because I felt like it was important to go in early in the video. But back to your regular programmed message. Starting off, I guess, just a little back story. If you haven't been following me for a while, I've been on YouTube for maybe like 4 or 5 years now. I'm not exactly sure. When I was like 15 that I started really getting into the 60s and the music and the fashion as well, and really started to try and dress more in a vintage way. And at the time that was really like what I liked. I don't know if I strictly only liked 60s stuff, or it was more I remember wanting to feel like I looked very period accurate, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's still like what you want to do and you still want to dress very period accurate, there's nothing wrong with that. This is just like if you want to branch out and find something that's like more unique to you as a person, because we're all like, you know, very unique and multifaceted. I still very much am based with my inspiration in the 60s and 70s, but I was honestly getting a little bored of just trying to look like I walked right out of a time machine, just because I felt like it was almost stifling my creativity in a way. Let's just jump into these style tips because I've been rambling. What do we think though? I think I am gonna cut my hair. I've really been thinking about it. I'm going to cut it like up to here, up to my ears. Okay, anyways, here's some tips that I think helped me find my own personal style. So number one, you already know, you like look at things, you say that's cute, I like the way that looks, that's fun, you know, whatever. You probably have like a spectrum of things that you like and that you find to be, you know, pleasing to the eye, that eye being yours. So, however you want to do this, whether you want to actually get like a notebook, make a mood board, or just, you know, think about it, whatever way. For me, it'd be easiest to make like a mood board. So whether you're like saving photos on Instagram, you know how you can make a save and you can save a photo and make a board, you know, make a board of like a style board and just save all the styles you want, whether they all fit together or not. Save everything that you like. Next, I would say to go into your closet, try and construct a few outfits like those outfits that are in your mood board. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, you know, just do what you can with what you have. Try on those outfits, try on the different looks and see, you know, how it makes you feel. Wear it around for a day, see the person that you are when you're wearing this outfit, see if you like that person, if you can live with them for a little bit. Find the looks you like, find what makes you feel good. Make note of that. And it doesn't have to all be, you know, the same. I don't really subscribe to the idea of needing one aesthetic. Those people who can have one aesthetic, I very much applaud you, and I think it is super cool and fun, but it is not for me, and I don't think that it is for everybody. So don't feel like you need to like pigeonhole yourself into one of these styles that you liked, because I feel like you can combine them. You can, and that's what we're going to be talking about, is like making it your own, you know? So just finding the things that you like, wearing it, seeing what feels good, what doesn't feel good, what doesn't, you know, sit right with you. Kick it out of there. You can admire it for other people, you know, maybe it's cool for them, but it's just not, it's not vibing with you for some reason. And then once you've done that, I feel like you have kind of a narrower base idea of what you like and what makes you feel good. Feels good also would be like feels like you. Like, for example, I've really noticed that I love dark backgrounds with like brighter colors on that. Like I like a floral pattern that's like a black background or a really dark earthy toned background, and then more vibrant jewel toned colors like on the print, you know? So that's one thing that, I don't know, just feels like me. Also, patchwork feels a lot like me. Embroidered things feel like me. Anything that looks like DIY'd by your grandma, I feel like feels like me. So I've noticed it's very much like kind of like a magical, spooky granny takes a trip in a way, but also splashed in with rock and roll, if I had to describe it, and pirates. Yeah, so it's an interesting mix, but you know, it makes for a fun flavor. Okay, I'm reading through these notes. We got what makes you feel good, we got what you're drawn to, what feels like you, whether it's like a certain color palette, whether it's a style or certain patterns or whatever, you know, make a list of what feels like you, like in clothing form. Also, like coin things feel like me for some reason. I have a coin bracelet that I love. I have a coin dress that I love. So just some examples of things that I use and that I look for when I'm shopping now. So then another thing that you can do also, maybe while you're creating those outfits that you like saved on Instagram or Pinterest or whatever it is you want to use, go in your closet while you're recreating those outfits, you know, pay attention and see what you have the most of. And I guess how that makes you feel is going to tell you whether you should keep on that route or not. It might be really telling, like you might be like, oh, I have a ton of you know, emerald green things or paisley print or fringe. I didn't notice that I own all of this, but apparently I'm really drawn to whatever it is subconsciously. You want to make note of your own personal likes and dislikes. For example, if you really don't like wearing I don't know, pants. I for a long time hated wearing pants because of the way it felt. Or some people don't like wearing pastels, or some people don't like a certain fabric, or you know, it might be not that you don't like it, but you have any allergies or like a fabric that you can't stand. Just to make note of that and keep it in mind so you don't accidentally get things that you can't really wear, you know, or can't stand wearing. A huge part of this journey for me has also been going through and finding anything that feels like a chore to wear. I like dressing up and I don't mind being a little uncomfortable, but if it's just like super impractical, if I have to do a certain thing to wear it that's like really obnoxious, or you know, I don't know, just like things that don't fit right. I'm planning on tailoring, but I will never tailor. That has also been like a part of this journey of weeding out things that I've just been hanging on to because it was cute and I bought it, or maybe it was like a trend at one time. I don't really have anything from trends, but just like weeding out stuff that you maybe bought on a whim and it just doesn't, it's not you, you know? A huge part of this like journey to find a personal style I feel like is also going to really help cut down on buying a lot more than you need to, because you know exactly what is going to fit in with your wardrobe and what you like, and you have like a solid understanding of those things that you like and dislike, so you're not going to end up splurging on, you know, 10 different tops and only like really wearing maybe 4 of them or something. I feel like when I first was getting into vintage fashion a lot, and since I was from such a small town, there weren't really any options around for vintage clothes. So when I found something that fit me and was like 60s and somewhat in like the style of what I'd wear, I would get in and wear it because there was virtually nothing up there. So sometimes I'd have things that weren't necessarily really my style, but I would change my style because that was the best that I can get at the time. Another huge thing that I think is extremely helpful for finding your own personal style is knowing your references. Like knowing the root of where things come from. And this is probably going to take a little bit of you know, time and research actually to do, because it's not just something you can like look up and know easily. And I don't know everything either, obviously, I'm just a person. I think it's really helpful to know your references and know where certain styles originated from, know the reason for some trends that started. It's also just very interesting. But I love history and I love fashion history, so maybe that's just me, but I'm hoping you guys here, I'm pretty sure we're all on the same page, that we all love that world. So have some fun, do a little at-home research in your spare time, and look up your references. Even if you think that you just like 60s and 70s style, I promise you they didn't start most of those trends in the 60s and 70s, they're also referencing things from the past, like the 20s a lot. The 60s and 70s reference the 20s so much, and then the psychedelic scene references the Art Nouveau movement a lot. It's just very interesting and cool to see, and I feel like it opens up a world of opportunities when you know what something you like is referencing, because then you're seeing like the muse for what you like, and chances are you're gonna like the muse, you know, because that's the original, and you might get some ideas and get a different kind of take on the thing that you liked originally based off of looking at the muse, the original, you know, work that inspired what you do like. And then with that, knowing the original, you can kind of take the things and the elements that you like, and you can kind of make it into your own in a certain way. And that's really what most of this is finding the things that you like about things, making note of them, and then combining them in a way that sits right with you, versus like seeing somebody else do this X, Y, and Z, and it's, you know, the easy way to go about it is just seeing something, liking something, and then doing it yourself. It's easy and it's fine, but if you want to, you know, really go for something that's truly personal to you, take the time and like dive into why you like a certain thing. Take other things that you like, mix them together, churn the butter. Chris, look, if you're watching this. Nihai's inside jokes, but seriously, mix them together, and I think you're gonna find something really cool and really like unique and true to you, because it's all the mix of these different elements that you like that maybe wouldn't have been put together by somebody else because it wasn't you, and you're all of these elements that are different. Like pretty much everything in pop culture is referencing something else, you know, like whether it's just 20 years prior or like ancient times. Like I think it's really cool how Lord of the Rings will reference a ton of actual real folklore. So that's just like a different example outside of fashion, but everything does it. Everything's referencing something, so know your references, and I feel like that's just gonna open up a world of options for you. And when you go through and you're like, I like this about this, I like that about that, and you can just kind of like blend it all up and create your own concoction of wonders. So I hope this was helpful. Those are really all the tips that I have to share with you all today. But the real point of all of this is to find what truly feels like you and truly makes you happy when you're wearing it. Just leaving behind all the different fads and trends that come and go, or the fleeting, you know, thing that you see online and at first glance you really want to buy it, but you know, it really wouldn't make you as happy as you're thinking about it. And this is not to say that you won't change your personal style as you grow, because that's just gonna happen no matter what. Like, people just change. But I think that if you're finding pieces that are truly what you like and what feel like you the most, versus just like going with something that's a trend. And I feel like I don't really have to talk about trends too much, because most of you are just kind of doing your own thing anyways, I feel like. But even people who thrift most of the time or are into vintage style can fall into some trends, or like a piece that you see going around and everybody seems to have it, and of course that FOMO kicks in. You're like, I really want that piece, but in reality it's just not really actually a you thing. It's just a popular thing, and for some reason the human mind makes us all want to have something when everybody has it. So I think that this will help kind of avert that. It's definitely helped me. I've noticed I have really like put a lot more thought into buying things because I know what I like and I know what I don't like, and I've made note of that, and I know what I want my style to come off as, and it's very different from day to day. Like I'm not saying you should have one aesthetic or stick to one style, because I very much change from, more 60s based or more 70s based, sometimes even more 90s based, sometimes just a total like character from a book or a circus, but I feel like they all are still under the umbrella of my Devyn Crimson style. Whatever decade it is, it doesn't matter. Whatever aesthetic it is, it doesn't matter. It all still fits, and it all could still be pretty interchanged together. But it's been a really fun journey, kind of figuring myself out, learning more about myself, and just getting to this spot that I'm at today. I'm sure there's more change to come, so don't think this is the end, but I hope this helps you if you're looking to get on your personal style journey and path. Remember just to have fun and try different things out. Note those likes and dislikes, and also dive into a little research. A good channel for fashion history I will link down in the comments. It's one of my favorite channels. She has great videos, and just learn a lot. You can put it on in the background, you can play it in the shower while you're going on your commute to work or wherever you gotta go. But I will end this here. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Thank you again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring. Make sure to check the link down in the description to check out everything on their site. Valentine's Day is coming up, and they have sales up to 40% off going on right now. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Oh my gosh, huge announcement. I almost forgot to announce, and I think I'm going to put an announcement at the beginning of the video too, because this is important. The Knee High's first album debuts next Wednesday? Yes, next Wednesday. That's right, February the 2nd at 2:22 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So figure out what that is for you. The album will be streaming on all platforms then. It is called Charmed, and we worked really hard on it. We're super excited about it. We hope you like it. I hope you all are having a fantastic day, night, whatever you're doing, and I'll catch you in the next one.